What's up YouTube, Jeff back again today with a very exciting Samsung video for you guys, and today we're going to be doing a double update video. Samsung pushed out two exciting updates to some of their best applications for customization inside GoodLock, and today we're going to cover two of them, Sound Assistant and Wonderland, which brings some nice features to both. There's so many updates coming out with One UI 7 stable coming. I'm doing my Galaxy S25 review. I haven't been able to do a single video on each individual update, so I figure everybody loves two for one, double your pleasure, double your fun. Anyway, before we get started, I want to remind you guys, check out our website, sammyguru.com. Got the latest Samsung news, tips, tricks, tutorials, and reviews. If you haven't ordered a Galaxy S25 device yet and you're planning to, pre-orders are opening very soon. They open on February 7th. They'll probably be like 24 hours after I publish this video. You can get a free case cleaning kit, desktop phone stand, other randomly inserted goodies in our mystery box program. All you have to do is purchase through our links. We got them right there on the verification page. Fill out the verification form. We'll ship it straight to you. It is US only, of course, because of the shipping costs and all that good stuff, because otherwise, if we shipped it internationally, we'd probably go bankrupt. But if you guys want to check it out in the pinned comment and description. So let's talk about both of these applications. I'll go into GoodLock here. This is the new version of GoodLock, which if you haven't received the new version yet, should be on the way for your device very, very soon. It's rolling out very slowly. I got the APK from APK Mirror. But let's talk about Sound Assistant first, which got a pretty nice update. Let's actually go to the store, this new little info page in the new GoodLock. You can go to the store here in the three dots menu in the top right. Here are the new features. You've got added maintain media volume while using navigation option. May behave differently depending on specific navigation apps. Applied One UI 7 UI to my own volume panel. And this is what's in 7.100.7. The total size of this update was, if we scroll all the way down, 18.73 megs. So if we go in here, the very first one is the brand new feature which basically allows you to maintain the media volume while using navigation. Now, if you've ever had like Google Maps on while you're also trying to listen to a song, you know that it will lower the volume on the song you're listening to on Spotify, YouTube Music, whatever, to give you the directions through maps, right? The turn-by-turn directions, the voiceover. If you turn this on, then that's not going to happen, right? So maintain media volume while using navigation means it's going to maintain the volume of your music as well as getting that navigation, which could be a little confusing potentially. I'm going to do some more testing on this and report to you whether or not I think this is a good feature. I've tried it in a couple apps. Works pretty well with Google Maps, but I want to try it with some other ones to see first. But this is the first big feature. I think it's a very useful one that a lot of people will want to turn on and give it a try. You should at least give it a try and see how it goes. If you go into Customize Volume Panel, you can now customize your volume panel, and it actually has the UI from One UI 7 in here. Floating button, of course, we've had that feature from a while. You can turn that floating button there on if you want, or you can turn the floating button off as well. It's up to you. You can also get the expanded panel, which we've had for a while. You can turn on Bluetooth metronome inside the customized volume panel, and now it's actually got the UI from One UI 7 inside that panel. So if you do expanded, you see there you got Bluetooth metronome, the entire expanded volume panel. Lots of stuff you can turn on. You can move, you can change your layout to the right or the left, depending on your handedness and your preferences and all that good stuff. So now you have One UI 7 layout inside of there. Now inside Make Your Own Volume Panel colors, we have some new options with the Flex UI, and I showed these off last year. The Flex UI options are even more now. People love these when Samsung introduced them last year. I personally love the Flex UI. I just think it looks so nice. It's really, really cool with those gradient effects. But you can also now theme your own one, of course. You know, choose custom colors like this. You can use a plus sign, go through and use your photos and videos. That's not something I necessarily, using theme park, not something I usually do. I personally just prefer using the Flex UI. I think it looks great. And you can see they've added a cool new animation to kind of show you how the Flex Volume UI looks. Still lots of other useful stuff in here. You've got individual app volumes, which you can now add. You can assign them to each individual app. So if you have a volume that you want to assign, for instance, to something like Google Maps, then you can do that. If you want to assign an individual app volume to, like, there's our baby cam. If you want to assign that, make it priority, you can certainly do that. And if you go into your volume controls, now you'll see over here, you've got your media, but you'll also have access to those app controls as well inside each one. And basically the way this will work is if you select those multimedia apps, you can determine which ones are going to show up in the menu by adding them to the list right there. Change step volume. You can change the step for the media slider to adjust the rate at which the volume is changed. I always like to set this to 5. So then instead of going up in increments of 10, when you change the volume over here, it's going to go up in increments of 5, which I think just gives you a little more precision when using Sound Assistant. Still got control volume with music keys, favorite media app, which we've had this for a while. You can choose your preferred media app. I usually use Spotify. A lot of these ones that were still there, have been here for quite a while. Multi-sound, select which app can play audio at the same time as others. And then of course you can turn this all apps or just for some, depending on your needs and preferences. Now I think that's most of the features. Let me just double check and make sure I got all of them that have been added in the new One UI 7 version. Yeah, pretty much it. That's pretty much everything that's inside. You guys can also notice here with Home Up, you guys saw my video on it. If you use the grid option, there is some bug. There's some lag when you go into the recent apps. So I highly recommend, if you don't like that, for now, just use the default. I think when Home Up gets another update, obviously there's a massive update to Home Up, so they probably need to change a few more things to make it fully stable. But you guys probably saw that little hiccup right there. So that's Sound Assistant. The other one I wanted to talk about in this video is Wonderland. Now Wonderland allows you to create various effects for your wallpapers. One thing they've added in this update is that you can now do this on the lock screen independent of the home screen, which is something people have asked for a while. Version 1.6.06, available for One UI 7 and higher. Set wallpaper exclusively on the lock screen. Real-time previews of Wonderland backgrounds while setting wallpapers. I think this has always been there since the previous version, but they mentioned it here. Auto-adjust font colors based on chosen wallpaper for better readability. Now this is also talking about the lock screen. Depending on whether your wallpaper is light or dark, it'll change the clock and that kind of information to make sure it's still visible. Overall, Wonderland gives you the option to create your own moving wallpaper or your own lock screen effect. And basically the only thing that's really changed here is that you now have the ability to set the lock screen independently of the home screen. They've also improved the previews and supposedly added this auto change for the readability of the clocks on here, although it doesn't seem to work necessarily on all of them. It seems to work on some, but not other wallpapers. So you can definitely play around. I highly recommend Wonderland. I really like the effects. And like I said, you can utilize your own wallpaper. All you've got to do is tap on gallery, and then you can use any wallpaper that you want. So you could even use like one of your drawing assists, like this one I made with Jonathan. It's this dino right here. You can go ahead and utilize this, create a unique effect, go ahead and change the speed, download this. We'll call it Space Stego, save it, and then we can set this as wallpaper now only on the lock screen. And so now it's going to show up. See, I would think that a darker clock would be better there, but it still does a light clock, so I don't really know exactly what the deal is there, but you can see the effect. Anyway, I highly recommend messing around with Wonderland. It's a lot of fun. It does drain a little extra battery, but it's one of those fun Samsung features that you can't get with any other OEM. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the double update. The stable Good Lock 2025 should be coming to you soon if you don't have this layout. Navstar, some of the other apps, Quickstar getting some updates after Home Up. We should be almost done with the Good Lock update. I'm going to do a full Good Lock, sort of overview of how to use every module. It's going to be a really long video for new Galaxy users or returning Galaxy users. It's probably going to take me a couple weeks, but it could end up being like an hour-long video. So subscribe if you want to check that out. Check out samiguru.com for more great Samsung content, news, etc. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.